So, I'm going to start my TED Talk talking about the story of Brenda Tracy. Brenda Tracy was a college student who on the night of June 24th, 1998, was raped. She was raped by two Oregon State football players in a bathroom as she was throwing up. That's just inhumane. She was only awake for a little bit of what she believes to have been a 6-hour ordeal. She reported this to the police, but the public sided with the football players instead of her. There was nothing done to the players except they were suspended for one game. One game for a crime that can get you up to 25 years in prison. So, what is a sexual violence culture? A sexual violence culture is an environment in which sexual violence is prevalent, normalized, and excused in the media and in popular culture. Sexual violence culture is perpetuated through the use of misogynistic language, the objectification of women's bodies, and the glamorization of sexual violence, thereby creating a society that disregards women's rights and their right to safety. About 26% of female undergraduate college students have said that they have been victims of unwanted sexual contact or penetration, according to a 2019 survey at 33 major universities. Based off the amount of female college students in the United States, that's about 2,350,000 women who are victims of unwanted sexual contact or penetration. About 1 in 6 college-aged female survivors receive assistance from victim service agencies. Only 20% of the female students report to law enforcement as they don't feel comfortable or don't want to talk about this publicly. It's estimated that 95% of rapes that occur on campus go unreported and therefore do not give justice to the victim. 25%, only 25% of reports end up with an arrest. This just proves that sexual violence is normalized, as only 25% of rapes reported on college campuses end in an arrest. The police fail to do their job and go through with the report, thereby normalizing sexual violence on college campuses. Sexual violence is also prevalent on college campuses. 26% of female students report that they have been victims of unwanted sexual contact. That's way too many. That number needs to be below 1% so that way women feel safe and we can eliminate rape culture on college campuses in America. This hasn't just started happening in this year or in even the past decade. This has been happening for the last 60 years on college campuses, and it's time that we take the steps we need to stop it. Temple University has already taken multiple steps to minimize this problem on their campus, and I personally believe other campuses should start to do this too. In an interview done with Megan Patrick, the Assistant Dean of Students at Temple University, she informed us that students are taught about sexual violence conduct at orientation and what the precautions will be if they violate this conduct. Also, they meet the Title IX coordinator, Andrea Seiss, at orientation. The Title IX coordinator is at Temple so that if anyone is a victim of sexual violence and instead doesn't want to go to the police right away, they can go to her, and she can help them with how they want to move forward. You don't need the police for support when you have a Title IX coordinator. I think every university in America should hire someone like Andrea Seiss to help females who were victims of sexual violence. Temple also has signs up all around their campus and in every campus bathroom on what to do if you're a victim of sexual violence. These signs tell you to do things like call 911, call a friend for support, or call Andrea Seiss, the Title IX coordinator. If the victim wishes to move forward and press charges on her alleged assaulter, then she will have a lot of help and support from many of the employees at Temple's campus. I also was able to speak with Megan Patrick about what she believes is proper police action when a rape is reported. She believes that the police should contact the right unit, the Special Victims Unit, as they specialize in cases that have to do with sexual violence acts. The public should also support the victim in their search for justice. Instead of saying things like, she's a slut, she was asking for it, and don't ruin that guy's life, he's a good kid. A victim of a sex crime already has shown tremendous courage and strength by coming forward and pressing charges. They don't need to be shamed in the media. Instead, they should be supported by the media, such as groups reaching out, posting their support so that she feels supported. If there's one thing that I want you to take away from this TED Talk, it's that no matter who you are, whether you're an employee at a college campus, a victim of a sexual violence act, or a bystander, you should do whatever you need to do morally to help this person out. You should not let the alleged assaulter get away with a sexual violence crime. You should help and do everything you can possible to help make sure that this victim has enough support to go forward and press charges. This way, the number of reported rapes that end in arrest can increase, which would lead to a decrease in the amount of rapes that happen in the first place. By doing these things, you can help victims like Brenda Tracy not have this traumatic event happen to them and change the whole course of their life.